because Islam is based on the sword. Otherwise, tell me why people left Islam after Muhammad died. If they are convert first hand by loving Islam, there is nobody will leave. What the death of Muhammad will have to do with leaving Islam? Why they want to leave Islam? They left Islam because they've been forced to. And this is additional proof that Islam is spread by the sword. Now, in here you will see that Allah is asking the Muslims to go and fight for him against those who leave Islam and kill them. Or, they have to come back to Islam. So when this guy, he says that as long Muslims are not against the constitution and the Sharia law is a personal choice, why you want to ban it? It doesn't make sense. No, we want to ban it because everything in it is against the constitution. We did not mention yet that the thief in Islam, his hand will be cut off. Do you want us to practice that? As an example, chapter 5, verse number 33. Are you telling me that if a thief in Islam, he stole money, he will ask him, do you like us to cut your hand or not? And then he will say, let me think about it. What a liar. What a liar. There's no choice. A punishment for those who wage war against Allah. Wage war, by the way, and here in this case, this is not about theft now. Those are people who left Islam too. This is another case. This is another case. This is chapter 5, verse number 33. This is a story about people who left Islam, and Muhammad, look what he did to them. I can show you from the explanation. He cut their hands, execution, crucifixion, and cutting off hands and feet from opposite side, which means, look what Muhammad, how nice he is. If he cut your right foot, he will cut your left hand. And then he will crucify you. And actually he put nails in the eyes of those people. And he just told us, Mr. Rashid, that Islam don't teach anything against constitution. You see, Muslims, they say, like, what about Abu Ghraib? You remember the story of Abu Ghraib, the jail in Iraq? Man, the American, they were scaring the Iraqi Muslims by dogs. Filthy. This is against the human right. They put the bag in their face and they put water on them. Okay, what about we do it in the way of Muhammad? We cut their hand and their feet from each different direction, opposite direction. And then we crucify them, we put nails in their hands or wherever left of their arms, and their feet or wherever left of their feet, and we put nails in their eyes. Is that better from Abu Ghraib or not? So I advise the American, if you want to deal with Muslims, practice Quran on them. Don't do Abu Ghraib stuff, stupid things. Muslims, then they will not complain. Say to them, okay, here we go. According to Islam, we do this. Let us do this. We cut hands, we cut legs, we put nails in your eyes, and we crucify you, and we put you die under the sun slowly. This is the beautiful religion of Islam, which is not against the constitution of Allah. And this Abdul Rashid Qasim is trying to convince you that he will not enforce you to do that. He will come to you, he will say, Mr. Brother, we have a solution for this case in Sharia law. The solution is, we can execute you. Do you like us to execute you? Okay? Now, if you say no, he will say, okay, forget about it. Then he will ask you, okay, do you like us to cut your hand and your feet? If you say no, he will say, okay, forget about it. Do you like us to give you candies? What a liar, Rashid. What a liar. Like, can you for God's sake give me one Muslim is not a liar? It is in their blood. Let us continue. Now, just to add more stuff, as long as we are talking about what is right, what is wrong, the Muslims, this guy, he said nothing is against Sharia law, against constitution. And look what he said in his article. He said, as long as Sharia law is a personal relationship between Muslim and his God, which is false, the First Amendment forbid Congress from passing laws that restrict the free exercise of religion. Specifically the private exercise. Second, if Sharia were banned, American Muslims could not marry, inherit, write wills, or choose to divorce per Islamic guideline. Just wait. You just told us that the Constitution fit perfectly with Islamic law. So why you want to inherit and marry and write wills according to Sharia law? If it's a private thing, then don't we have constitution? Like, do our law have a law for inherit? Are you saying to me in America you inherit according to Sharia law, but not to our law? Are you saying you marry in America for wives, which is against our law? Guys, listen carefully how stupid he is, how hypocrite he is. He said that if you ban Sharia law, a Muslim he cannot practice the following: could not marry. You want to marry according to Sharia law in America? Are you saying you Muslims in USA you marry for women? So are you saying that Sharia law fit with the Constitution and Sharia law which is saying you can marry four and have as many as you want as slaves to have sex with them, that should be practiced over our Constitution? Because you are saying to us, if you forbid us from practicing Sharia, we cannot marry four, and we cannot inherit. Why you cannot inherit? This is a lie. In America, you inherit, if you're a family member, you inherit. Or write wills. Who said you cannot write wills in America? You liar. Don't we have a law you can write any will you want? Or choose to divorce. Who told you you cannot divorce? Because actually in Islam, without going to the court, you say to your wife, you are divorced, she is divorced. Very easy. Actually, in many countries, Muslims now divorce by text message. So look how he lied. Now I want to ask you, Mr. Abdul Rashid Qasim, whatever your name. As long as you spoke about marriage, I want to ask you, if a Muslim want to practice the teaching of the Quran in America, is that fit with the Constitution? As an example, in chapter 4, verse number 34, the Quran says that a man, he can beat his wife. Do you see it? The Quran says that a man, he can beat his wife. Men are in charge of women because Allah has, etc., made one of them excel on the others because they spend their money, property in them. Huh? I spend money on the wife so I can beat her. Now I know. Does that mean Khadija, she can beat Muhammad? Because Khadija, she was the rich, Muhammad working for her. She spent money on him. This is me, Khadija, she was spanking Muhammad every day. I don't know that. I just noticed this. Here we go. Now he says in here that if you suspect, is so like if your wife, like maybe you think that she is not really being totally obedient to you, what you will do? Hmm? If you fear from whom you fear rebellion, you fear they are not rebellion, no, just like let us say you say to your wife, wash my feet. Your wife, she's like, okay, and she didn't say it in the way you want. Now what is the solution? Because now there is a rebellion here, she is not happy. Admonish them and banish them to beds apart. Actually, and the Quran is speaking about in here, jailing them in the bedrooms, tie them to their beds, not only stay away from them, because وَهْجُرُوهُنَّ فِي الْمَضَاجِعِ in Arabic mean jail them in their rooms. They cannot leave the room as a punishment. This is one of the punishment. And the funny in the Muslim translation, they say to you, and next, there's no next. It's a lie. You do them all together. And scourge them. Mr. Rashid, he told us that American Constitution fit perfectly with Sharia law, and we can scourge them. So in the Constitution of USA, it says I can beat my wife, you idiot. And you are telling me you don't force Sharia law? Here we go. When you beat your wife, you are forcing what now? You are beating your wife according to who? According to Allah teaching. But you told us it's a personal choice. Does that mean the husband, he go to his wife, he say, honey, sorry, I have to beat you because Allah, he told me. Do you allow me to beat you? The wife, the wife of the Balbula, the wife of Abdul, she will say, honey, beat me as much as you want. If Allah wants so, here we go. Beat me, and actually she might get excited and get horny. What a stupid liars you guys are. You Muslims. Shame on you. Look, it's in front of you. And you are telling me this is fit with the Sharia law? Cutting hands, cutting legs, cutting feet, crucifying, beating, forcing people to pay jizya, humiliation, force them to walk in the sewage line, kill the black dog, and all of this, you are telling me you have a choice not to follow? What a big fat liar you are. Making roads for the Christians, road for the Muslims, cities we cannot enter, we are dirty, we are filthy, and he is telling us Sharia law, beautiful Sharia law. It's personal choice with God. Potato. Liar. Now, do you know, according to Islam, if you steal an egg and higher as value, your hand will be cut off? Let us practice this. But you know, the funny, I wonder why Muslims did not cut the hands of Muhammad. Because Muhammad is a thief. Right? Muhammad is a thief. In here, we see the Quran saying, and remember, Muslims, I'm not the one saying that. This is your Quran, Abdul. Okay? In this verse, chapter 5, actually, chapter 5 is one of the most ugly chapters in the Quran. As to the thief, male or female, cut off his or her hands, a punishment by the way of example from Allah for their crimes. Just wait. He told us Sharia law, it's a personal choice. So if somebody is a thief in America, the Muslims will come to him. They will say, brother, you commit theft. You stole an egg from my fridge. I want to ask you, do you allow me to cut your hand? For sure, the Muslim, he will say, yeah, brother, cut my hand, cut my tongue, cut anything you want. What? Rashid, you told us this is a personal choice? So this is not a law to follow? Are you saying that will not be enforced on the thief? No, there's no thief in this earth who will say to you, cut my hand, please. So why you are lying, you liar? Why you are lying? You want us to practice cutting hands in USA? What if somebody made a mistake? You know, once and he repent. There's many people, they did many mistakes in their life and then they repent. And what if I accuse somebody falsely? You know, because in Islam you get two witnesses that this guy, he stole money. They will cut his hand. Okay, later we find out that those two guys, they were lying. How we can get him his hand back? And if we cut the hand of the thief, did we fix it? I mean, did we fix the problem? This guy now, how is going to make living? How he can work? How he can be a good person ever again? We cut his hands. Okay, now, what we have a bunch of people walking the street like zombie. Their hands is missing. Because today we cut their hand, the right hand. Then we cut the left hand. Then we cut the right foot. Then we cut the left foot. Then we cut his tongue. Then we cut his ear. Then we cut his nose. What's wrong with the Muslims? Is that how you want to correct society? And you are telling me this is fit with the Constitution of USA? Unbelievable. I cannot hold myself. I want to convert to Islam, brother. It's a very merciful religion. And he's saying that if you ban Sharia law, then you have to ban all other religion because, you know, it's a private matter. You know, you cannot, you know, if you ban it on us, you have to ban the Catholic, the Protestant, the Jews. No, the Jews are not practicing the Torah on people. You know, they are not stoning women to death, and they don't believe that they have to practice that on anyone, even in themselves, and they are not following this no more. And the Christians are not, we don't have any law actually against human right. We don't. You know, because Jesus in the time of the Jewish time, he showed them that they are wrong even about stoning women. This is why he said, if any of you, you know, not a sinner, stone her. So he showed them that that law was made for a reason, that the one who is perfect with God can go for that judgment. But who are you? If everybody is a sinner, you have no right to do so. All of you are adulterers. Why you want to do this? Why you are being hypocrite? So when we say, oh, you are going to ban the Christians from following their faith, no, because our faith is not again. Actually, the Constitution of USA has been taken from